these grocery prices in rural Washington.
Some people in my other video were like, I was posting costs of food, restaurants, things like that in California and how shocking it is. And, I got a couple of people, most people were like, yeah, same thing here in California, other places. And some people were like saying things like, but what are you doing? You shouldn't buy a gourmet sandwich at a coffee shop. And of course it costs that. And I'm like, it should cost $65 for a couple sandwiches and a couple coffees. Okay. But anyway, be that as it may, I brought my wife and my daughter last night to a taco shop nearby. This is a taco shop. This is not a fine dining Mexican restaurant. It's a taco shop. You order at the bar, you walk to your table, you get your little flag thing, and then they come and bring it over to you. We got basically 3 sets of tacos, guacamole, which cost $10, but my wife really wanted guacamole, so I'm not gonna say no. And we got 2 beers and a soda. So how much do you think that would cost? It was $85. I'm not harshing on this restaurant, by the way. I bet they need to charge that. And they're awesome. They're really good. But could we eat there every Taco Tuesday? No. And they're probably charging exactly what they need to stay in business and pay their employees and get the food quality and everything. And so it's a commentary on California and how crazy it's gotten, not on this restaurant. I actually recommend this restaurant if you can afford the scratch to go there. It's probably the best taco shop, in Sonoma, but we don't have that many either. Just like, there's a handful. It's not like we've got 20 of them. But that's what it costs, and that's crazy to me. That's like $85 for tacos. It is what it is.
As we know, food prices are becoming very, very, very expensive. I mean, even the normal grocery list that I used to have back in 2022, but now it seems like we're paying more than double or triple in terms of the prices that we used to buy. And the normal budget that I used to have, now it has rapidly increased, and as a result, everybody is struggling. As we can see, people are paying more and more and more and more and more. And what that does in terms of you, the consumers, and you, the people who actually work, the money that you used to have that used to go farther, now it doesn't go further, which means that you need to cough up more money. I mean, gas prices are high, food prices are high, everything seems to be more expensive. Even car prices are high, even the monthly repayments of cars are high. So everything is just becoming more and more and more and more, but the salaries are not keeping up. So this is just a trend that we are seeing, and everybody is actually seeing a pitch in terms of their wallet, and the best thing that they can do, not really the best thing, but the only thing that they can do maybe is just to come and complain on the internet. And it's just what it is. It's the new world where things are so expensive, and also the shops and whoever owns the shops, and whether the restaurants, McDonald's or whatever, all they care about is profit. But in terms of the product, in terms of the product quality is going down, but you have to pay more.
20 minutes outside of Seattle, and I just paid $23 for these 4 grocery items, and I'm curious, is that anywhere near like what you would pay in your area, wherever you live? So I got some Nanners. I got some Star Brand Kroger coffee from QFC, and I got 2 Seattle's Best. They were buy one get one free. This was $23.36. Is that high, low, or normal?
How much for some McNuggets and fries? Raising the minimum wage in California is costing people big time. There's a viral video right now where a lady orders 40 McNuggets and 2 large fries, and it costs $25.39. What? $25.39 because minimum wage on April 1st in California went up to $20 an hour. $20 an hour. Now, I always talk about this. When you raise the minimum wage, it sounds great. The worker's like, man, more money for us. The customers are going to bear the cost, or the company is going to have to cut back on how many people it employs. You'll notice there are more kiosks in places, more self-checkouts in places. That means they've got fewer employees, and you basically are working for the company that you're paying for goods or services. So raising the minimum wage, again, sounds really great. But when customers can't afford it anymore and the profits go down, they're going to start laying people off and firing people, and nobody wants to pay $25 for some McNuggets. Give me your thoughts on this price increase that goes along with increasing the minimum wage, and let me know if you agree that capitalism and the free market should probably dictate how much people get paid to keep costs down. Come on!
In terms of keeping costs down, let's talk about how these companies actually try to keep their costs down. As they say, the thing that they do in terms of keeping the cost down, the first one will be to underpay their employees, and suddenly when employees need to get paid at least the minimum wage that actually makes sense, now suddenly you have to increase their prices. I mean, this whole thing doesn't make sense, because in terms of companies, they will want to pay you a wage that you can't even afford. Rent, I mean, rent is so high right now. You may find that you can't even afford the rent in the city where you stay in. And the other thing, you find that if you are working and you can't even afford rent and you can't even afford food, I believe that employers need to pay their employees a wage that actually makes sense. I mean, the best thing that they think it's good for them, they would rather underpay you and make sure that you're paid a minimum amount that doesn't even make sense. And the people who are up there who are not doing anything or just sitting their butt off in the office and not doing any work, they'll be getting paid maybe $100 per hour. But the person who's actually doing all the work and making sure that the company is running and they make sure that the company exists, the companies will start to complain when now you're actually paying the people their money that is actually worth and they actually make sense for them to be able to survive. Now suddenly is a problem. Yeah, this whole work thing is a problem, man. I don't even know how we're gonna solve it. And I think the best thing that you can ever do as a person is just to go to another company where you'll be able to get paid money that actually makes sense. But if you are an average employee, whether you work at McDonald's, it becomes difficult because maybe you don't have the right qualifications, and yeah, we're just on a slippery down slope. I mean, the things that our parents could afford, we can't even afford. I mean, at this point, why are we even living? Because it seems like we're just living to just wake up and go to work and come back and the money's finished.
So we're in Target, and this is what we got for shopping. That's right, so all these little bits and pieces here, it's not really that much, very short, small checkout, and we'll let you know how much it costs in just a second. Right, so we're in the car, we've got our groceries. So for those items, really wasn't that big of a selection, but it wasn't $100, wasn't $200, wasn't even $300. It was actually $337. Take a look.
Look at guys, 65 cents for bananas a pound. They went up in price. And look at, that's regular. Organic, 79 cents a pound. That's freaking crazy.
People be talking about the recession, and we're already past that, baby. We're already about to feel the hyper fucking mother inflation. Do you understand? I went to the store to buy some things for the week for me to eat. I spent $25.56, and guess how many things I got? Greek yogurt, because I'm trying to eat healthy, right? God forbid, bitch, wanna build a body and be healthy. Grapes. I have some almond butter in my house, so I was just like, I'm gonna need some jelly. And then guess what? I was like, let me indulge in a fucking guilty pleasure this week, just because. So I literally got 4 things. 4. 3. 4. It takes me like $60 to fill up my gas tank every fucking week. Mind you, I'm a fucking delivery driver. So a lot of the money that I make, it's literally just so I can have my car running. Everybody was being so fucking stupid by believing that Trump putting the fucking tariffs was going to do anything. Anything. These fucking idiots couldn't understand what the fuck a tariff was. There we go, having the orangutan, yellow man, orange, whatever the fuck that color is. Being like, my favorite word is family, love, compassion, and tariffs. That's my favorite word, tariffs. I've been saying this, I'm thinking about moving to a different country. And you know what's the fucking crazy part? Is that I'm living paycheck to paycheck in my fucking house here, my home in the United States of America that I've been here for 11 years. And now have to figure out how the fuck am I gonna save money to get out of the fucking country. And guess what I did? Yes. That's what we're doing. And I don't even know if I'm gonna make money doing that, because with the recession, I don't know how many people are gonna have dollar signs to indulge in their own guilty pleasures. So I know that a lot of people are gonna be like, but what supermarket did you bought things at? It was not Whole Foods, okay? It was not Aldi, because we don't have that shit here. It was not Winkle, because it takes me 25 minutes to drive there. So the nearest supermarket to me is a Fred Meyer's, which is the equivalent to a Stop and Shop or Kroger, whatever. Your normal, accessible supermarket is charging me $25 for 4 fucking things. What the fuck? Crazy.
In case you guys are wondering how things are going in California, we're at the grocery store and the eggs are $17.49.
Yeah, I really feel in terms of what everybody is going through. I mean, I'm also going through it. It actually hurts me when I'm picking up something and I remember the old price just a couple of years ago, not even more than 5 years ago, in terms of how affordable that same thing was affordable. And also what happened is that what other people started to use as a scapegoat was the war in Ukraine to start to increase prices of a lot of things. I mean, even things that are unrelated to the war, which are not produced in Ukraine, started to increase. Then there was the whole COVID-19. Yeah, that one, it really messed us up in terms of the prices of things. I mean, right now we don't even know how to survive. You can't afford anything. It seems like you can't even own anything. Even just a simple video game right now, you can't even own it. They'll just give you a license even though you have paid so much for something. So in terms of us and the Gen Z people, like, we're going through the most. The best that our elder parents and our elder brothers can do is just to at least just sympathize with us, because everything that is going on and the whole American dream right now, we can just say it's dead right now. It's dead. Like, there's so much money that you need to make to be able to afford that American dream. Like, right now it's tough, guys. So yeah, that has been everything that I have in store for you. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.